If you have planets that are in retrograde in your natal chart, that means that they were in retrograde at the very moment that you were born. The planets that you have retrograde in your chart can show you what areas of life you might struggle with or have a slow-moving process when it comes to making progress with it. It's also very important that you look at what house that planet is in too, because that can also give you a little bit more insight. For example, I am a Mars Scorpio, and Mars was in retrograde when I was born, and I am a rising Scorpio, so that means that my Mars Scorpio in retrograde is in my first house. Mars is associated with aggression, sexuality, how we take action, and I have my Mars in Scorpio in my first house. So that means that all of those things, aggression, sexuality, my actions, are directly tied to my sense of identity. When I was younger, I had a really hard time at expressing my sexuality, and I think this is because of two reasons. One, I had a lot of shame around my sexuality. I didn't come out as bisexual to my family until I was around 18. And two, I think that I experienced a lot of hypersexualization when I was a child as well. These things only made me want to repress my sexuality a lot more, and in turn it made it very frustrating for me to understand who I was as a person. As an adult, I still very much struggle with expressing that part of myself, but I own it in a lot different of a way than I did when I was a kid. When I was younger, I used to wear turtlenecks, anything that would really cover my body, a lot of some baggy clothes, sweaters, stuff like that. And now I feel more confident wearing stuff that shows my skin a little bit more, just because I've kind of grown into it a bit. I feel like this shows how my Mars in retrograde directly affected me, because I was really shameful about my body and how I expressed myself, and even when I saw people express their own sexuality, it would make me feel weird or shameful as well. With this planet in retrograde, I am at a lot slower of a pace developing this part of myself, but it doesn't mean that I won't be able to do it at all. Look at what planets you have in retrograde and see what houses those planets are in to see what areas of your life have more slow progress than others.